Hello everyone, this is Advait Deodhar from Target Plus One. In this video, we're going to be doing a driver review on the 2016 GP2 Series. GP2 always delivers, and last year was once again an exceptional season. We had Stoffel Vandoorne, who was runaway champion, who really raised the bar in the series, and I find it's going to be extremely difficult for any drivers to match that this year. And it's going to be exciting because we also have a very strong grid this year, and we've got some new drivers too. So let's get right to it, and I'm going to take you through each of the drivers in each of the teams for the 2016 season. So starting off with ART, last year's champions, we have Nobuharu Matsushita and Sergei Sirotkin. Both one of the few drivers apart from Vandoorne who won last year. Matsushita was of course Vandoorne's partner, and he's also the Honda young driver, so Honda have a lot of faith in him too, so he's coming with good backing. He's going to be spending time with the McLaren team as well, so he can gain a lot from that. And Sergei Sirotkin, who we all know is extremely quick, won last year, and he's going to be a strong title contender. So I think it's going to be pretty strong, the intra-team battle at ART. I believe Sirotkin is going to have the upper hand, and he's going to be the real team leader. So he is one of my personal favorites for the title this year. Moving on, we have Racing Engineering. We got Norman Nato and Jordan King. Jordan's first year in GP2 last year, and he put in some pretty impressive performances. So there's a lot to expect from Jordan. Norman Nato as well. We know him from the World Series, so it's going to be interesting to see where they are. I don't know if they're going to be at the same level as the boys at ART, but you never know. Moving on, we have the Dams boys. We have Alex Lynn and Latifi. So Alex Lynn, once again, last year's race winner. He is going to be definitely a step further ahead than he was last year. Another championship contender in my opinion. Dams did a brilliant job. They have the right package, and they got a quick driver like Lynn as well. Once again, in the intra-team battle, I feel Lynn is going to be the leader. He is going to have the upper hand over Latifi, but you never know. So yeah, Alex Lynn I think is the second championship contender. Moving on to team number 3, which is Campos, which is also pretty much the Jagonia IAM team, which is the Galel family, which Sean Galel's father, Ricardo Galel, I think he does a brilliant job. He supports a lot of young drivers in the Formula 3 Championships, some drivers in Asia, GP2 World Series. So we have Sean Galel and Mitch Evans competing for Campos this year. Mitch has been a few years in the GP2 Series, and he is definitely World Champion material and GP2 Series Champion material. I think he's hungrier than he's ever been. We hope that Campos have the package. Let's just say that they weren't at the same level as ART last year, but hoping that they do this year, because I think Mitch can really give the other drivers a run for their money. I think it's going to be a learning year for Sean Galel, which of course he knows of, and having a teammate like Mitch, he's going to learn a lot. So again, we know that the leader in Campos is definitely going to be Evans, but I really hope they can provide him with a strong package, and he is finally going to have a car which is with him for the entire season to contend for the title. Once again, another of last year's race winners. After that amazing battle in Monza, I think it was the penultimate lap where he made that dive and went for the win. So rooting for Evans. Moving on to team number 3, we have Russian Time, who really came into the GP2 series a few years ago with a bang. We've got Artem Markelov and Raffaele Marcello. Now Marcello's a driver who, when he came into GP2, people were expecting a lot. They were really expecting a lot, but I don't know if it was the package that didn't work. We don't know what it is, but this is a driver who you can really expect a lot of things from. He's got the pace, which he's shown in previous series. He's beaten drivers who have gone on to win titles. So Russian Time did have the package at certain times last year, but they lack consistency, as we saw with Evans. So if Russian Time get everything that clicks, I think Marcello is going to be another strong contender for the title. Markelov as well. I think everyone loves watching Markelov drive. He's a real feisty Russian. He's quick. I think he's one of the best defenders, quite honestly. So that's going to be exciting to watch. But again, between the two, I feel it's going to be Marcello who will have the upper hand. And Markelov is going to be close, but I think another Russian time is something we can expect a lot from this year. Next team, we have Rapax. We've got Arthur Pick and we've got Malaya, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm not very sure about that. Arthur Pick as well, again, a very quick driver who has lacked a bit of consistency. He's shown he has the pace, and let's hope they have the right package this year to give the front runners a hard time. I remember it was last year and the year before that, Pick did have problems with tires. I mean, he was quick, but he could never ever sustain in general over a long period. So I'm sure he spent a lot of time over the winter going through data from last year and trying to understand where he was making mistakes or where he was lacking, because he has the pace once again. So let's see what we can expect from them. Moving on, we got Trident. We have Quickman, Luca Giotto and Filippo's Armand from Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken. Luca Giotto, we know, is extremely quick. He showed that in the GP3 series, and he's moving up to GP2 right now. So again, it's going to be a steep learning curve for him. Much quicker cars, very physical to drive. But the good thing is he's staying with Trident, so he knows the team very well, which is important in series such as this. And again, I feel he is going to have an upper hand over his partner, who once again is new to the GP2 series. So Luca Giotto, I think we're going to see some streaks of speed from him through the year. I don't know if he's going to be able to challenge for the title in this year, but I think we're going to see some interesting signs from Giotto. He's a hard racer as well, as we saw last year. I thoroughly enjoyed watching some of his GP3 races, and let's hope he gives us the same spectacle, provides us the same spectacle this year in GP2. Moving on, status, which haven't confirmed the drivers as yet this year. We had Stanaway last year who won some races. Brilliant job by him. So we're going to move on to Prema, which is a new team, which are FIA F3's champions last year. Brilliant team. They have a very strong, they have strong resources, and this year they've got Pierre Gasly, the Red Bull Junior driver, and FIA F3 driver Antonio Giovinazzi, who we all know is blisteringly quick. So Prema are a new team, but if you saw in the testing that happened in Barcelona a few weeks ago, Gasly actually broke the record in a GP2 car, the fastest a GP2 car has ever gone around Barcelona. So I think a lot of people were surprised by that, especially from a new team like Prema, and we know Gasly is quick as well. But again, he lacked the consistency last year. So if Prema can hook it up and have the entire season and have a strong package through the season, I think these two drivers are one of the strongest pairings in my opinion. And so we can expect a lot from Prema if the car lives up to what it showed us in Barcelona. So Giovinazzi and Gasly are definitely going to be a very strong team. Even though Gasly has more experience in GP2, I can't particularly say that he is going to be the team leader, but that's going to be quite interesting. Moving on to pretty much the last team which has drivers confirmed, which is MP Motorsport. We have Daniel De Jong and Quickman Ollie Rowland. We know what Ollie Rowland did last year. He absolutely obliterated the competition in the World Series Renault. And from his guest appearance at Silverstone in GP2, he did a really, I think, an impressive job. So a lot of everyone's eyes are going to be on Ollie Rowland this year. Another serious championship contender if MP Motorsport have the right package. So this is it. This is my review on the GP2 Series 2016 drivers. And do leave your comments. I'd love to hear from you all. Underneath, please do drop your comments, and if there's anything we'd like to change or what your thoughts are, who your favorite drivers are as well, we'll shoot a short video on that as well. So Jerez round 2 of the GP2 series testing starts today. Let's see what this incredible season has to offer. Thank you.